Hey guys, Cell here, and welcome back to some more Fate Grand Order. This may very well be the final episode for Salem. If not, it's throwing me for a major freaking loop, because this literally was only one for the other one, for Section 6. Section 7 is the 6 knots, so are the knots chapters or the sections? I don't know, so this may and or may not be the final one. I mean, it's an unknown entity. And when you're fighting an unknown entity, what do? Let's just say you do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Let's also... Where is it? Oh wait, I only have 5 stars up. Whoopsie! Now, what is the best 4-star craft essence I could do? All of these are Valentines. There we go. Increase burst code effectiveness for 10%. Demerit for all allies only if Ibaraki Doji Berserker is equipped with this craft essence. Begin 20% in an increase NP gain when damaged by 20%. Sure, why not? And you know what? You may have also powered down, but... screw it. This is just a test, let's go. Test is gonna lose me 24 stamina, but it's fine. I should have put on different craft essence instead of Kaleidoscope on Ibaraki, god dang it. The next morning, Salem, day 7. Man, I didn't think it was gonna be this dark out. It might as well still be nighttime. That it's got something to do with the weird time nonsense. And nothing quite takes your mind off things like an ear-shattering scream in the morning. I don't even want to know what this is about. Yeah, I bet you don't. The well outside, it's all full of tar. And the milk's gone so rotten it looks like cottage cheese. Now how am I gonna make our morning porridge? How could the start of our day possibly get any worse? That is your concern? Would it kill you to grill some pork chops occasionally? So tired of porridge. It's not just any old porridge, it's my special Kikyon porridge. And I'll have you know, Kikyon porridge is made with... What are you shouting about so early in the morning, Auntie? Oh, Medea, haven't seen you in... Wait, what? Swear to Hecate that you'll never ever call me Auntie again. You hear me, Medea? Wait, you can't be Medea. Okay, who are you? Matahari! Just a little illusion to disguise me. The Queen of Sheba lent me some of her power. I might be good at makeup, but disguises are another thing altogether at any rate. The whole village is in total chaos. It's not just the well water, there's also a swarm of insects, birds. And of course, this pitch black sky. At this point, if the dead got up and started wandering around, I don't think I'd even bat an eye. I mean, that's what's been happening for most of Salem, right? Abby, you sound a bit fever. Please try to stay in bed. You've been sweating in the night. Here, let me dry you off. Oh, Marsh, you're exaggerating. I feel great now. All I needed was a good night's sleep. I have to thank you and Miss Swingmaster again for all your help. I'm sorry, but... I really do have to ask you to stay in bed. I know it's very dark outside right now, but it's still morning. Your fever has only gone down a little. I'll bring you some breakfast in bed, so please get some more rest. Okay, I'll do as you say, Marsh. Thank you. Marsh, can I ask you a favor? What is it? You think you could find Lavinia for me? She must be scared out in the woods all by herself. Nowhere to go. Okay. And please don't punish her. Just make sure she gets her on her boat. Okay. I'll hold you to that. Oh boy. This girl is probably gonna do something crazy. Town Hall Provisional Court. Defendant Charles Henry Sanson. Can I talk to you for a moment, Sal? I guess that Medea is Mata Hari then. Right, that's Mata Hari disguised as Medea. I managed to speak to Sanson alone earlier. I tried to give him some of my medicine just in case, but he refused to accept it. He made the medicine to fake your death. Right, the same stuff I made for Mata Hari. I admit it's tricky to use. I mean, it really does kill you, at least for a while. Still, he might end up needing it depending on how this trial goes. But he refused to even entertain the possibility. Does he have some kind of plan of his own? What point could there possibly be in sacrificing himself? So what is that dummy thinking? I think the only way we can save him is in court. I just don't get it. Why would he go out of his way to choose a more dangerous option? Why do men always do stuff like this? I don't know. Order. This court is now in session, but before we begin, I would like a moment of silence for the late Judge Hopkins, who devoted the last of his days life hunting down the witches plaguing our fair town. Reverend, would you mind saying a few words of prayer? And that concludes the testimony of our brave constables who were on the scene. Lavinia Watley, Judge Hopkins' murderer, is still on the loose. Soldiers from the militia are searching for her as we speak, but are having no luck in this poor weather. Now, where is Abigail Williams, the other person of interest in these events? As her legal guardian, do you have anything to say on her behalf, Mr. Carter? Abigail is currently recuperating from physical and mental exhaustion. I will be defending her. Very well. Now then, Charles Henry Sanson. You volunteered to serve as Judge Hopkins' bodyguard. However, you have completely failed in your charge of keeping him safe. And perhaps even more seriously, you assisted Lavinia in making her escape from the scene. According to the constable's testimony, you were acting virtually as a lunatic. Do you admit the truth of these allegations? I do. It's all true. Then it is clear that you were conspiring to murder his honor all along. What other explanation is there for this? Objection! What is this, Phoenix, right? Your circumstances were beyond his control. We can't know what happened until Lavinia testifies. She is a daughter of the Watley family. She deserves every punishment she will receive. That family is nothing more than a pack of thieves. They never once attended mass. They're all sinners. They always went around flashing their ill-gotten gains, acting like they were better than us. Lavinia's a witch. A witch! Order, order. Ringmaster Sell. As the leader of your troop, I understand that you are here to defend Sanson's case. But you will watch your tongue in my court. Remember, this comes with the heels of the execution of one of your members, Mata Hari, who earned that sentence by attempting to lead our people astray. The dude wanted to get his noodle wet. That's all he wanted. It was not Mata Hari. She was not trying to sleep around with anyone. She ain't no witch. God dang it. Why don't you put that guy up on trial? One could certainly draw the conclusion that they were acting on your orders. The only reason you still walk free is the absence of both evidence and accusations made against you. He's going awfully far. Your Honor, I have evidence. Oh? These people have been my guests, or so I thought. And they have been very good to my niece, however. If that is simply the way they operate, I may have unwittingly invited demons into my own house. What are you saying? Sell, you will hold your tongue. Go on, Mr. Carter. They are harboring a criminal in our own village. One who was meant to be dead, no less. They are hiding Tituba out in the woods, even after she was supposed to have been executed. It seems that Santon's guilt is no longer in question. Take him to the hill. What? This is absurd. This is completely absurd. Stop this, Uncle. Abby! I'm sorry, Master. I tried to stop her, but she begged to let her go. Abigail, the decision has already been made. This can't be right. Santon isn't a sinner. Can't you all see it for yourselves? He's only ever trying to do the right thing. Are you sure about that? Santon himself feels tremendous guilt over his sins, and is trying to atone for them. He will be punished according to the laws we God-fearing people of Salem set down to protect our own town. We are passing judgment on our fellow man. Isn't that how it should be? Or are you saying your conscience knows better than your God himself? It's not fair. Why won't you understand? Uncle, is this what you wanted to happen all along? Did you invite the Trip to stay with us just so you could expose their sins? Is there anyone in this world who has never sinned? Is there any child of Eve unmarked by the serpent's deception? This is becoming irritating. As you can see, my niece is severely exhausted. She is in no state to contribute to rational discourse. My apologies, Your Honor. Please don't let her interrupt the proceedings any further. Very well. Now then, Ringmaster Cell. As your complicity in these crimes has been exposed, you two must be made to account for them. Normally, I would have you taken into custody immediately, however, you and your troop are also the family of the condemned. As such, should you wish to attend his execution, I will grant that request. What say you? Of course I wish that, but not for his execution. Your request is granted, but be warned that any attempt to interfere will be dealt with harshly. And stop glaring at me like that, it will change nothing. Constables, keep a close eye on them. Hey, hands off! Stop trying to resist. Hold on, Abby, do not lose sight of yourself. Stop this, please stop this. This is wrong. Everyone is making a terrible mistake. Yep. Oh boy. Charles Henry Sanson. If you would like to offer any prayers to God, I will hear them now. I finished my prayers to God long ago. These prayers are for those I executed myself. Then let God hear what you have to say. Master, you can't possibly be okay with this, can you? We don't have any tricks up our sleeves this time. Since he's incarnated, Santon's really going to die. This will end your contract with him. Yeah, he will forget everything that happened to him after he was summoned to Chaldea. You're not seriously going to let that happen, right? If you're going to stop them, it's now or never. It's a tiny rural village, hardly any witnesses to worry about here. What are you waiting for? You can do this, can't you? Let's go and do it, before he's gone for good. Senpai. Sanson. I've taken many lives of criminals, traitors, and heretics. Condemned men, every one of them. They deserve their deaths. Their sentence was more than enough to rob them of any hope they had. And what greater despair could there be than in the absence of hope? But I continued to torture them far more than necessary. I humiliated them before crowds, inflicted pain and suffering on them far worse than death. This may be my only chance to atone for what I've done. Senpai! They've already put a noose around Santon's neck. It's now or never. I've got to use a command spell. Don't do it. Stay out of this, Master. Let me go. Let Frenchie do this his way. He's not acting out of desperation. He's up there to help Chaldea with our mission. He thought long and hard and decided this was the only choice he had. If you trust him at all, Master, then you can't try to stop him. But if he was going to do this, why didn't he tell Master about it? Because if he did, Master would stop him. And if she had Mosh, It might just be you up there on the gallows next. Or even Master herself, and there'd be no coming back from that. Maybe so, but I can't just let him do this. I can't just let him sacrifice himself. Are you really telling me you went up against a demon god pillar without being prepared for any casualties? He's off cell, Robin. Of course she knew what could happen when we came here. Still, you're right. This is a trap. Samson. Oh, God. And so the bell tolls. Charles. Damn it. Well, are you happy now, you goddamn dicks? How many people do you miserable shits need to watch die before you're finally satisfied? Or is it that your life's so freaking awful you'd rather stick around watching good people suffer every damn day? What a foul-mouthed, vile little man. Pay him no heed. More importantly... Yes, Shada. I'll take Cell to prison right now. Good. I've set soldiers on the roads, but there's no telling what they might try. Be on your guard. I see. If only I was a witch. A witch who had turned her back on the word of God. If I were the one true sin of this hollow Salem. An evil aura. Everyone, please listen to me. I have a confession to make. I would like to accuse myself. I am a witch. I hid out in the woods to conduct the evil rituals. I led my friends astray. Abigail, what are you saying? I'm a witch. I made sacrifices to summon a demon and chanted spells that blasphemed against God. Yeah, Abby's a witch. A demon led us astray. She's a witch. A witch! Ah, a filthy witch. Ow. Abigail's a witch. A witch! So the one defending her too. They're both demons. It's her. It's her. This is my punishment to bear. You don't have to endure this. These stones are a lot harder than the pipes in your planes, right? And so it's okay. It's not okay. I am not okay with this. All of you, listen. You would throw stones at your own neighbor. You would abandon your fellow believer. Then you, who wish for loneliness, take up a rock. You who despise love, go ahead, cast your stones. For I am Prince Nissa, Marshal of the Central Altar, and I will not be crushed by anything less than the great boulders of Five Elements Mountains. It's okay, Nissa. These stones don't even bother me. Uh-oh. Abby's having a transformation. Oh, damn. Any more? She transformed. This magical energy is off the charts. That looks just like a spirit origin being released. Does this mean Abby was a servant all along? Could she be an anti-hero witch? And these trials end up creating an actual witch? How is this possible? It's not. Given all the crap he pulled, Hopkins was a much better fit for an anti-hero. Abby, her threat is rapidly growing. Get back, Cell. She's definitely a real witch. Though I can't say I care for how blatant she's being about it. Now I see. So this is the stage that's been set for me, isn't that right, Queen of Sheba? Well then, it's time to show off what I can really do. Come at me, you little punk. I'll give you your first lesson in real witchcraft. Cirksy, take it down a notch. Robinessa, try not to hurt her. Oh crap, wait, she's the foreigner. Oh crap, what the hell is the foreigner last week too? Yeah, but foreigners are the one thing that can beat a berserker.
いやいや
私の出番かな。
Okay, so
こいつは手強そうだ。
she doesn't have the trait of a foreigner, right? If I remember correctly, foreigners are able to beat down
他にやることないの？お任せ。夢のような。
berserkers easily, right?
気に食わぬ
And if I'm remembering correctly, then yeah, I believe foreigners have the capacity to beat down a berserker, right? Foreigners are strong against berserkers, and berserkers are weak against foreigners. Yep. Oh boy. Well, luckily she doesn't have that trait yet. I say yet, fully knowing that she's probably gonna gain it sooner or later. You probably only have to damage her to a certain extent, right? And by that I mean take down one of her first bars.
そう。
お父さん苦しめ苦しめ
Yeah, that's right, attack Ibaraki. Come on, Abby.
効果
I didn't want to fight you, but it's kind of interesting, so I'll,
よし。
Oh, wait!
罠だ。
She does have the foreigner trait. It just isn't showing it. Because Abby is resistant to, Ibaraki's damage. Oh god, that means I need a freaking alter ego.
こういうのどうだ。
Well,
こういうのどうだ。
Ibaraki's at least gonna be able to get 2 damage increase. 2 noble phantasms off with her damage increase.
真なる
And
鬼
2
の
defense
姿
downs. Great courage of Rashomon. Round 2 with the exact same buffs. Come on, Abby. You took 50,000 damage last time, and you have a defense down now. Wow, she took less? You're telling me she took less damage?
待って
What the heck?
苦しめ
Hey! This is where Merlin comes in handy. So bop, bop, you know, bop,
お
bop,
望みのま
bop.
まに。
Get the guy's noble phantasms up.
そう。
Merlin can start getting a noble phantasm increase.
罠だ。
苦しめ
Why can't you attack Ibaraki with all of that? Come on! Guys, dang it, Abby. On returning formation,
すべては。
Garden of Havelock.
小さな窓。ここには。
And do a quick.
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。
Okay, Abby has now been stunned. I really wish I bought an alter ego, because I really wish that I had remembered
魂のありかを見
that
せよう。
foreigners
ガーデンの
are
ハーバー。
strong against berserkers. So this literally isn't a case of how far can we go?
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
Step two regulars, it's fine. Good ain't good, Shimon.
近い
Full on Buster Brave Chain. It's only 2 damage increases now, but it's fine.
私の右腕は怪異となったラスト問題
28,000? Still perfectly fine.
苦しめ
When Abby unlocked the key.
苦しめ
damage
こういうの
increase.
どうだ何
Buster damage up. Increase the health. That,
水教よな
that,
よ
and
し
then
いい
that.
とも罠だ
Thank you, Waver, for the crit. And Merlin for the crit.
これでどう苦しめ
This is one ridiculous battle. One that'll be told through the
全て僕
ages.
行くぞ
近い
I don't think she's going to get enough for her noble Phantasm. God, I think it's 3 turns already, right?
罠だ
Yeah, I believe it's already been 3 turns since we did damage increases. These for the first 2.
こういうの
But she
どう
still
だ
has enough damage and the defense is still down, so. Gonna eat the grunge for our Shimon.
は水教よ
Let's do this! Abby! I'm so sorry! But please, after you lose your first card, can you possibly maybe not
な謎も
continue fighting us?
フローティ
これでも
Oh, thank
勝ちは
God.
勝ちだよな
Okay. Mental notes. Next time we fight Abigail, let's not bring Berserkers. Let's actually instead bring an alter ego to deal with her. The witches are fighting each other. Run away before they curse you. As you see their twisted smiles, it was like the witches' Sabbath came to life. Abby. Abigail is back to normal. At least we kept her under control, but now the villagers are going to be more afraid than ever. Riverside, don't dare resist. We're taking the witch into custody. You two wings, damned witch. I am not a witch. I am the Queen Witch. Hey, don't touch me. I can turn you into a dog, you know. Senpai, what are we going to do now? No, stop. Please don't take Senpai away. It's all up to you now, Marsh. Hope Abigail's okay. Senpai! Oh boy. Looks like it's you and me together this time, Cell. Didn't think I'd be doing time here again. I guess I should be grateful they didn't take me on the spot. I'm really light, so Hagen would be a pretty long and painful death. Uh-huh. I'm sorry, you just lost one of your friends. But hey, look on the bright side, Cell. At least you've got a demigod queen witch here to keep you company. Uh-huh. I slipped. I hate this place. I have head up to here with this jail and its slippery, slimy floors. Here, move over a bit, will you, Cell? I guess Circe's more anxious than she lets on. There's something just pricked my arm. Hey, Cell. If you care about me at all, even just a little, what do you say we get out of here together? Nah, I'm not talking about this jail. I can get out of here whenever I feel like it, no problem. I mean to the outside world beyond Salem. I'm still a mess of Caldea. Hey, wait a minute. You wouldn't happen to have a ridiculously high tolerance for poison, would you? Yes? Yes, I do! I mean, Hassan completely covered in poison, who's never able to touch anyone before, can happily touch me all she wants, and I won't die to her poison. That's how tolerant of poison I am, yes. I may be a pathetic arm. Gee, I see what's going on here. She was trying to sedate us and put us to sleep, that she could take us away. On second thought, never mind. Just forget about it. Pull out her feathers one by one. Why the hell would I do that? Tickle her. Stop, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Hang on. We have an unexpected visitor, is that? You threw them in the cell in the back, don't worry, it's locked up tight. Well, how kind of you, you shouldn't have. Okay, I'll let you have some privacy. If you need anything, just let me know. Thank you. Jansen? No, it's Carter. Hello, Randolph Carter, or should I say... Demon God Pillar. The Demon God Pillar. When did you figure it out? I always had my suspicions. I wasn't sure until you told me just now. I wasn't sure until you told me just now. I see, well that's alright. You're my guest. That much hasn't changed. As your host, the very least I can do is give you a warm welcome. In fact, I came here to thank you for pacifying my niece, after she gave everyone such a fright. No problem. It seemed a fitting show of gratitude after all I hear your kin did for my niece. This is so strange. I'm far from the first Demon God Pillar to raise a human. And my own special traits come from talents after all. That's why it doesn't bother me to present myself as a human, or to wear clothes, or to live in a house. In fact, I find it rather comforting. I suppose it would be fair to say that such things are precisely what led me to split from Gaetia's consensus. They feared death too much, to the point that they became fixated on it. I'm not like Fornius or Hagenti, nor do my values align with any of the other members of the Five Envoys, namely Baal, Zepad, Andres, and Phoenix. Now then, is there anything else you'd like to discuss? Are you here to kill us? I want you to understand my objective. Knowing will help you to make a more rational decision. Well, like it, I'll help you manipulate us better. Why not tell us all this from the start, Because I failed with that batch. But now the time is right for me to tell you the truth. Huh? Like you tell us any truth, that might not further your own goals. Don't listen to anything he says, Sal. That's the best thing you can do here. Otherwise, you'll fall into the same trap as the Queen of Sheba, one of your own making. 50,000 people's lives are at stake. We could lose our only clue at saving Abigail. I am trying to save her. I promise you that much from the bottom of my heart. What did you do to her? Sal. Our, Gaetia's objective was to save mankind. That has been true ever since we were born. That is precisely why Salem and Abigail Williams were chosen. Salem is positioned on the border of sanity and madness. The wisdom of the modern age and the darkness of the Middle Ages are so closely entwined here as to be almost completely indistinguishable. There is no other place where the two extremes of humanity's nature are so clearly laid bare. Furthermore, Abigail is blessed with a rare talent. Talent? You mean her aptitude as a witch? Abigail is pure and innocent. She is better suited as a medium than a witch. Lavinia had talent for it as well, but Abigail was leaps and bounds beyond her. She was everything I could have hoped for and more. Thanks to her, I am certain to succeed. What are you planning on making her do? Don't get me wrong, I'm not making her do anything. She will do this because she chooses to. She will complete the great work that we could not, the salvation of mankind. And she will do so through great pain. It is pain that is the basis of human happiness. Nothing in the world could be more valuable. Everyone feels pain in equal measure. Without it, you would all cease to be human. It is worth far more than love or death could ever hope to be. Abigail will be its harbinger. Tomorrow, when the courthouse opens at dawn, she will be tried as a witch. And it all is going well. Many have tried to save Abigail before, but none have ever succeeded. Even I was not up to that task. That is why I invited Chaldea here. I expect great things of you, Miss Cell. Great things indeed. I probably won't be much help from the gallows. Yeah, you fell right for the trap, and I ended up busting out some pretty flashy spells. Sorry about that. Wait, hang on a minute. What did you mean by that batch Carter? Don't tell me you've been repeating the last several days trying to produce results. That's playing dirty in multiple senses of the word. Have you no shame? You've been looping time to recreate history. What do you mean, save Abigail? How exactly? You will take her away from here. Anywhere that is not Salem. I have no interest in moving backward. I only want to move forward towards suffering. All I did was compress that process that sped up the cycle of life and death. It's possible to do that within the bounds of a town, especially after I secured a source of magical energy. I tested for optimal conditions, made adjustments, and invited guests, which were an indispensable factor. So you've been repeating that over and over with no real endgame to speak of, huh? Life isn't something for you to toy with. Leave Abby and these people out of your sick games. It seems you have the wrong idea. Not one person in Salem is here against their will. Even you all met the necessary conditions. That is why I invited you. That was the guard. It seems that visiting hours are up. Hey, we're not done with our questions. One last thing, whose body is that? At this point, it's mine. I am Randolph Carter. Uh-huh. Huh. I'm amazed how well you can see in these dark woods, Robin. I can barely keep up with you. I'm actually the son of a forest sage. Believe it or not, that said, even I can't tell night from day here. Ah, there's a little albino girl. Lavinia. Thank goodness we found you before the court reconvenes at dawn. We're not here to capture you, I promise. We only want your help. No. Forget it. Oh, running away again, are we? For all his other faults, Frenchie never ran. Is he? Sanson. Idiot. You're such an idiot. Thank you, Lavinia. Are you feeling better now? If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you about your situation and how you got here. We can't bring you back to the village now for many reasons. But I hope you'll at least take advantage of the fire and Robin's cloak to stay warm. Thanks. The demon god Pillar brought me and my family here and threatened us. I knew that Salem wasn't supposed to be here, because even the time period was wrong. But we couldn't run away. The demon god Pillar had us all trapped. Me, my parents, and my grandfather. We tried wagons, sailboats, but none of us could ever leave. When the demon god Pillar appeared and gave us orders, it always looked like a wriggling raven black pillar, a really grotesque creature. What did the demon god Pillar ask your family to do? Nothing. Nothing. All he said was, do what must be done. We Watleys come from a line of alchemist mages. Our greatest wish has always been for the Elder God to descend here. It's been a closely guarded secret for generations, but somehow the demon god Pillar knew about it. And he was very interested. I don't doubt that. I eventually understood why, while I was investigating Salem. There were 4 guests here, ones who came before us. I think they were probably the 6th ones. And I think there used to be people here that the demon god Pillar forced to serve him. Did you figure that out from the graves in the forest? I noticed 6 pretty shabby looking graves there. Some of them were still empty too. That's right. That is the altar, but I still couldn't see the whole picture. I think the natives that killed Abigail's parents and the wharf and the trade ships that shouldn't exist in this time were probably also guests. Then D-Turbo was probably one of them too. Abigail adored that woman. She always seemed special. For a time, I suspected she was actually controlling everything, but then she was executed. No, I think all of you and Hopkins must be the 7th guests. That's so. Well then, which of us was the uninvited one? Maybe just Hopkins was originally supposed to be the 7th guest. And if so, does that mean we're the ones who reached it here unexpectedly? Or the Demigod Pillar accounted for us as well? No, that can't be right, and that would mean this is not all going as the Demigod Pillar planned. That said, I don't think there's much time left, either for us or the Demigod Pillar. Between Judge Hopkins and us, we really made a mess of things here in Salem, didn't we? So what's this Outer God stuff all about? Is it a god like Crom Kuru that demands sacrifice and whatnot? No answer to that one, eh? Something doesn't add up. I don't understand why a Demigod Pillar would seek another divine being when he already has godlike powers. He probably just gets off on twisted crap like that, or he just really likes the idea of dominating humans. Case in point, he went out of his way to recreate these sick witch trials. But would that really be enough for him to split off from Gatia? Not too long ago, Circe passed along a message to Nessa from jail, and Nessa gave it to me. She said that the Demigod Pillar showed up looking like Mr. Carter, said that he's saying his mission here is to save mankind. Carter. Apparently he's taken a different approach from Gatia, whose plan focused on storing up unimaginable amounts of magical energy. But what could it be? Well, what are you two talking about? Are you Kabbalists, Rosicrucians, Freemasons? I can't imagine you used to be mercenaries or soldiers. Oh, I guess you could say we're stargazers. Alright. Since Senpai isn't here now, I'll tell you about the organization we belong to, Chaldea. Whoa. You serious about this, Mosh? In exchange, will you tell us everything you know about this secret Outer God, please? I'm sure it will help us with Senpai and Circe's trial. And that it will help us save Abby from her predicament. Okay, I'll tell you. I'm already dead anyway. I tried to sacrifice everything to the Outer God, but I failed. I feared for my life, so I ran away, but because of that, my prayers never reached him. There's nothing wrong with wanting to stay alive, Lavinia. I'm sure Abby and Samson feel the same way. Marsh. Where's Abigail? Abby is being confined in the house where Hopkins was staying. I refuse to leave the guards be until they put her there. That person is no place for a young girl. Afterwards, Mother Hardy, Nissa, and I snuck over here to visit her. But we couldn't see inside, so we still don't know how she's doing. I'm worried about her fever. My family, my grandfather, started to change after we were brought here. He started to believe he was feuding with Abigail's parents, even though he wasn't. Our perceptions were disoriented in the same way. But despite that, my family's wish never changed. If anything, it made my grandfather even more eager to complete the ritual of descent. It was dangerous to do that in this village, but there was nothing I could do about it. Lavinia. Abigail followed me everywhere. It was really annoying. She wasn't like the other villagers. But my grandfather thought he hated her parents and that Abigail was hiding something. So I pretended to be friends with her. She was curious about the outside world, so I taught her the ritual of descent with a fake grimoire. It was always my job to catch birds and animals to be sacrificed. She was so happy playing with the six-sided star altar, she called it a holy symbol. It was our own secret game. Over time, I started to go mad myself. Memories of things I had never seen started flooding into me. It made me feel like I had grown up in Salem. I don't even know about any comet. Sounds like it was pretty rough for you too, Lavinia. No, it wasn't. The one who had it roughest is. The Outer God is the god of the Great Gate and the key. The 6 doors, up, down, left, right, front, and back, represent all possible dimensions. And this Outer God. is enshrined beyond the ultimate gate, the outside of our universe where light can never reach. But despite that, he also has borders, all possible dimensions, and is tied to all possible things. Some know him as Sut Typhoon, but in the Book of Abel, and that's been with our family for generations, the Elder God is described as the all-in-one and one in all. Sounds like all for one and one for all. My hero, anyone? Oh boy. Final knots. Alright, I think this is the final part. Oh man. I took a little bit of a break. Maybe 5 minutes. And now I will finish the rest of this in this episode. At least I'd want to think I will. And there's another question mark, so it's like, do I bring? Like, who the heck do I bring? Okay. Whatever we're fighting, let's just hope Mecha Ellie-chan and these two can power her up to be able to take him on. Also, let's not have this on. Let's put this on. And let's go. Section 8, the final knot. The next morning, Salem Day 8. Town Hall Provisional Court. Evil everywhere. Spreading, overpowering, rampant. Guess I don't need to bother with this disguise anymore. Nobody's paying attention to us. Mata Honey, look at those two. What the? They were both executed alongside me. Oh boy. There are goals over there, and over there, goals everywhere. I don't understand. Even ones I could have sworn we defeated are here. Maybe they're like YouTuber and they keep reviving as long as they have a role to play. Apparently living people as well, but mixed in beside these monsters. What is in this, huh? Why do you keep glaring at everyone? There's nothing here but monsters. Granted, it would feel pretty amazing to just let loose and go all out against these things. Then again, if the way they're looking at us is anything to go by, it may come to that. I was looking for Samson. However, not here as I expected. That is a relief. He always was a heavy sleeper. So it's technically daybreak now. Even though the day hasn't broken and this town is looking more and more like the set of a damn zombie movie. What did the Bible call this again? The Last Supper? No, that was one of Da Vinci's most famous paintings. Perhaps you meant the Last Judgment from the Book of Revelation. I guess you're familiar with it. By the way, Robin, I can't thank you enough for your help yesterday and for keeping an eye on Senpai in prison all night. Don't worry about it. I wasn't going to let them take advantage of the confusion to execute Master in secret. I thank you. There's Senpai and Circe. I see Abby's here too. I guess she made it through the night okay, but she still seems awfully depressed. This court is now in session. Will the defendant please step forward? Well, ain't this a lovely view? Defendant Circe. The court will now review the charges leveled against the Cellular Company's child actress Circe, who stands accused of being a witch. Excuse me, I'm the actress. Yes, actress, get it right, jeez. Circe, you are accused of practicing witchcraft in public. There are a large number of people in this very courtroom who attest to that personally. Do you admit your guilt in this matter? Yes, I've got no choice. The Book of Exodus clearly states, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Can you tell this court why you went against God's teachings and sullied your hands in witchcraft? I couldn't care less about your piddling little god. The only divinity I worship is Hecate, goddess of witchcraft and necromancy. But I will say this. The only reason I used witchcraft back there was to keep innocent people safe. I never meant any harm. So you admit your foul deeds of your own accord. I commend your honesty. Though your crimes are still punishable with death and shall never be forgiven, I am willing to grant you a mercy in the light of your honesty. Executioner, attach heavy weights to her feet to ensure her hanging is quick and painless. Oh my god. Yes, Your Honor. Forget that. Burn her. It's not an execution if she doesn't suffer through it. Witches deserve to be burned at the stake. Yeah. That's right, cook her, roast her, and serve her up on a plate. I see, so that's what that feels like. Thanks, I hate it. Nice job, Six, you really held your tongue. And I suppose you did the best you could. You're up next, Al. Just so you know, I'm afraid my death-faking medicine won't work on you. Well, yeah, it's a poison, so it won't work for me. Defendant Cell. Cell, you stand accused of many crimes. First are the allegations from Mr. Carter telling his officer were you able to corroborate his claims. I did find the remains of a campsite in the woods, Your Honor. But I'm afraid it was already deserted, so I can't say for sure if T. Tuber was staying there. I see, then we shall put Mr. Carter's allegations aside for the moment. Wonder if they know how ridiculous they sound. The place seems kind of full of living dead, you know. Fine with me. Yeah. Where can I find a female corpse? Somebody give me a young female corpse. Oh wait, the guy with the noodle problem did die. Okay. Oh, it's him. I guess he must have died in the riot. Hey, it's a good thing, right? He's the reason you were you were hanged. You know, I wonder what all these ghouls are gonna eat once there's no more corpses left to go around. Themselves, their very sins. The desire to atone can never be satiated. It is one of the great impurities. The next accusation leveled against Cell is... That's it. I've had enough. Even if Miss Ringmaster did do something bad, it's not her fault. It's because she has always tried to help others, whether me or someone else, without worrying about herself or how it might look. What about me? I'm a witch, remember? You saw that plain as day, right? Why are you trying to frame innocent people when you have a real witch here right in front of you? No, that won't do at all. There must be a clear, unmistakable motive. Otherwise, my objective will never be met. I need atonement, true atonement. My niece is lying. She's off on one of these flights of fancies so common to girls her age. It's no surprise that a skilled performer would have any number of tricks up her sleeve intended to mislead anyone who might cross her path. And of course, she could just as easily use those tricks to have others take the fall for her own misdeeds.
Uncle Carter.
If I may address the spectators directly, would you mind if I led this court's proceedings for a moment? I trust that's all right with you, Your Honor. Very well, I shall permit it. You are certainly qualified to practice law. Thank you, Your Honor.
The whole atmosphere just changed in an instant.
Guess they're done with the pretense. As you will soon see, these traveling performers are directly responsible for Abigail's sins. First of all, let us refresh our memories pertaining to her first sin. Defendant Abigail Williams.
Abby, why does she not speak?
Can't let Carter keep running the show. Now you seem utterly okay with this, Marsh. This pertains to the events that befell Abigail's parents. I created the first Salem with great attention to detail. My goal is to recreate history faithfully. However, it began to diverge from the moment its creation. Humans truly are strange creatures. Even faced with identical situations, the outcome will differ in ways both large and small. But the one thing that remained constant was that a girl named Abigail Williams was always at the center. I decided I had to keep a very close eye on this girl. Though the Williams' deaths may have been caused by gun misfiring and a wagon overturning, young Abigail's actions were always ultimately behind them. That was when we first met, wasn't it, Abigail?
Yes, Uncle. Mother went quiet, Father's neck got tangled in the reins. And in the sky above the woods, there were many black birds.
Now let's address her next sin. In the second Salem, I inadvertently allowed Chaldea to enter. It was an act of interference I never foresaw, stemming from a single one of their observational instruments. Floros' near-future observational lens Sheba, a highly advanced hybrid of science and magecraft capable of acquiring highly detailed visual data. When the demon god pillars acted contrary to Gaetia's expectations, it was able to observe and restrain them. A detestable feature that was equal parts safety and liability, and as if to prove that point, it scrounged up what little intelligence it had, and then had the temerity to act of its own accord, summoning a heroic spirit and sending it to this very land. Apparently the Queen of Sheba was the only human Gaetia ever trusted. What a disgusting display of sentiment. How anyone could feel such things is beyond me. At any rate, Sheba detected the surviving demon god pillar and alerted Chaldea. Then it overloaded the heroic spirit summoning system and used itself as a catalyst to send a single heroic spirit into Salem. I'll admit, it was a quick and expeditious act. At that point, the Salem phenomenon had devoured the magical energy of the 50,000 people inside. It was proceeding at 105,000 times normal speed. These heroic spirit's interference caused it to slow down dramatically. However, doing so exhausted the heroic spirit and the potency of her abilities was greatly reduced. Ah yes, that reminds me. Whatever happened to the real T-Tuber Abigail?
She became a ghoul. She's in a woods even now.
That's right, it was your suggestion it was truly a wonderful one. As I recall, ghouls consume the mind of the dead, thereby becoming one with them, isn't that right? Let us now address her third sin. Although the heroic spirit had been rendered nearly powerless, slowing down time had a hugely detrimental effect on the test's efficiency, and I had already used up the 5th Salem. With time and magical energy running out, I began to grow reckless. It was then that I asked for you to advice. What was it you said to me?
I said I would like to have a friend. One who is a poor lonely child, completely forsaken by God. And even if God didn't love her, I could.
Lavinia!
Ah!
Lavinia Watley.
Lavinia, you shouldn't be here, run! No, it's time I had my day in court too.
Lavinia Watley. If you have decided to stop fleeing and are prepared to answer for your crimes, you are welcome in my court.
Thank you, Lavinia.
Oh, it's her. I've always wanted to eat her. I can't wait any longer. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Back off, buddy. No one lays a hand on our witness while they were around.
Mr. Carter, I've got some evidence too.
Oh, really? If it will help these proceedings go smoothly, I would be happy to hear it.
Sure, here it is.
Ugh.
It's powder of Ibn-Ghazi, designed to make spirits materialize. I want to know whose corpse I made it from.
Caw!
If you're going to hold a trial, it needs to be on even ground. It's not fair for you to be the only one in a mask. Now, show yourself.
Caw! Watley!
Great, thanks for the help. Now I can get into this courthouse's bounded field in my true form.
The Queen of Sheba?
I haven't hit on Demon God in a long time, but don't worry, it's just like riding a bike.
Now then, Demon God Pillar of Rome, if you are going to show your true identity and use your full power, then I have no qualms about expanding the scope of negotiations. Okay, Master Caldea, you're all set. As long as I'm here in this courtroom, nothing you do will break any religious precepts, and you'll no longer have to worry about an intelligence debuff. I promise you a square deal. Thanks, Your Majesty, but aren't we still at a disadvantage? Thanks, Your Majesty. No need for thanks. We can talk price later. Okay. Burn the witches, burn them, burn them, burn them. Oh, Jesus. The hell, does this mean every villager here was already a ghoul to begin with? Pretty much. Guess so. This means they were even better at disguises than us, much as it pains me to admit it. So by day, they're rational people, and by night, they're voracious ghouls. I don't know if Abigail has affected them or they affected Abigail, but whatever the case, they're clearly not holding back anymore. That's true, but even so, they were all human when this began. Perfectly ordinary humans who simply had the misfortune of finding themselves trapped in Salem. Everyone's like that once you get past the surface. You never have to worry about this with animals. I was careless, negligent. Then we need to eradicate them. They're all coming at us at once. But what should we do, Master? You got this. We're gonna beat them and the Demon God Pillar. Hell yeah.
It's anti-tuba. No thanks. And again, how many times has it been? I'm sick of this, sick of it. Abby, look at me.
Ha! Her fourth sin was infecting the souls of sinners here in Salem. She summoned those who took part in humanity's witch hunts here and did so most mercifully. Traitors who let their fears get the better of them and sold out their own families, and skitters who succumbed to the sicker thrill of entrapping others. Double-crossers who refused to face the truth of a torture machine in which they were complicit. Hyper-hypocrites who went harangued all who would listen about invisible demons only they could see. Yes, they were all irredeemably greedy, so greedy that even I can no longer satiate them. Even in death, they begged for redemption. They entrusted their wish for forgiveness to a false grail.
Abigail.
Oh boy. She transformed again.
一気火星に畳みかける
Alright, you freaking ghouls. I am no longer weakened like I usually am. So we will have some fun. I have my full power on display. I'd like to say I do. That still feels like decent. I mean, it's Arch and it's two casters, so I don't really hold anything against it for that.
よし
粉砕します。回避は許しません。デスマスター。
Oh, wait! It just took me all this time, but we're level 40, 45, and 45. Our levels actually are reduced. I never realized that that's what was going on.
よく見ておくよ。いい
It
で
took
す
me till now to realize
回
that?
避は許しません。
Dang! I am not as observant as I thought I was. Well, obviously I'm not because of what happened in freaking Kogetsukan. Well, I rushed that. I'm still disappointed in myself. Holy cray, a new enemy! A Shuntak. Okay.
Press the zero and
全
Zebeto.
兵装。ロック解除。いいでしょう。テイクオフ。スタートクレア。ソニックシャワー。ランド展開。ブレストメオ。エリゼベト。
罠だ
That's right, your defense is down now, fool!
しません。
Crit Star Gather Rate is down, huh? That's fine. Increase Noble Phantasm, decrease HP. Yeah, how's about we not do that? Let's say we did.
何事もやればできるさ。
いいでしょう。
That, and
よ
that.
く見ておくように回避は許しません。そうデスバスターしません。
Could you maybe stop doing that to us? That'd be fantastic if you could literally freaking stop your
行く
roll.
ぞ。
回避は許しません。
Decent damage.
うわ。
しません。
Oh boy. Ain't that just ridiculous?
こういうのどう
That
よく見て
damage,
おくよう
man.
に
Seriously annoying.
回避は許しません。
だ。計略だ。
Shuntalk is now down. Now it's time for Abby. Who has 226,000 HP and is level 32. Mass Hysteria. How's about you not do that to Elizabeth? Get rid of those debuffs.
つまんない連中だな。
Come on.
他にやることないの？この
Damage
辺り
increase.
気づいた方がいいんじゃないか？
No. Give her her Noble Phantasm.
他にやることないの？
Then we do
別
this.
段気にしないで。
Yes, I know it gets rid of her freaking defensive. It's fine. And returning formation. Garden of Avalon.
Master Zero and
全軽
Zebeto.
装ロック解除。
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。
Defense down. Come on. That's all I'm looking for. And now Merlin to heal and to help us get on with the big bug stuff.
君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
And now Mecha
テイ
Ellie-chan.
クオフスタートフレアソニックシャワーランド
That's right. Take the damage that you were supposed to take from a berserker. But the fact that, you know, you didn't suck mentally. Hey Abby, can you maybe not do that to my little Ellie-chan, please? What's that debuff? Chance to stun once each turn. One turn left, huh?
何も
Oh,
な
your
かっ
HP increase your
た
Noble
何もな
Phantasm.
かったわ
Why not?
噴射
Now,
よくいい
fully
でしょ
go on against her. She has 2 debuffs
回避は
to
許しま
her
せん
defense.
はい
Yes, nice crits.
どうなる
One more. She's been stunned. Are you freaking kidding me? It actually worked.
苦しめ
You have no means of getting rid of it, and everyone's immobile, so invincible. You gotta be freaking kidding me. God dang it. Whatever.
いいとも。そう。
Oh my god, everyone was stunned!
待ってもう苦しめ
Abby, this is really getting annoying. You can stop at any time now, Abby.
苦しめこれでどうこれでどう
Thank you for only attacking Waver, by the way. Yes!
フェイズ
You know what, Abby? I don't know why I did that. Just for that, Abby. Blaster Zero and
さあ
Elizabetto.
粉砕します
Go fully against Elizabeth. I don't care. I'm tired of the sun.
ソニックシャワーラン
Yes, this is completely overkill. Whatever.
制
We
圧終
won.
了です
Took us 12 turns because everyone
焼
kept
け野
getting
原にされ
stunned.
なかっただけ幸運
God
と思いな
dang
さい
it. You probably could have won had, you know, Merlin had 3 attacks for a full chain. Instead, he only had 1. Alright, let's use how many apples do we have? 568 golden apples, 215 silver apples. Jesus. Alright, well, let's use this bronze apple. Let's bring along a waiver. We are now gonna have power down status again. I'm assuming power down is literally just a level, but it's fine. So yeah, this should still work because alter egos are strong against assassin, right? Yeah. Okay. Strong against assassin. Good to know. Abigail, does it hurt? Wait, the smell. Roses. Yeah. What should I do? Is it okay to set you free? Amelia, we are putting Abby back to normal. The ascent is almost upon us. Abby is still here, but it's too late. What? She can reach such realms. Your Honor, Judge Hawthorne, this is not yet over. Continue the trial. You will see this through once again. You will sentence these witches. Yes, of course, Mr. Carter. Order! Order! Good, that's it. Uphold the honor of the Holy Court and continue this trial. Continue to pass judgment here in this god-forsaken Salem until a god worth worshipping appears. You shall do it as many times as it takes. You shall revive as many times as you must, even until you are no more than a lump of writhing tissue. Oh, Jesus. No, you shall not. This court is no longer in session, Ram. You may have tried to use the entire city of Salem as a catalyst for summoning a host of spirits. But the people of Salem's magical energy is running dry. You have nothing left to work with. And I will not rest until every last grain of gold dust that slipped through King Solomon's fingers is returned to him. That is what I swore I would do as a heroic spirit. Oh yes, I'll eventually return to the void when my kin awaits. But not yet. No, not yet. Aha, we got Matthew Luke. During the trial, the Queen of the Southern Kingdom stood beside those of this age, affirming their guilt. She had come from the ends of the earth to hear Solomon's wisdom for herself. But here she found no one who far surpassed Solomon. Let us now review her fifth sin. This is the most grievous yet. Placing trust in others, what a foolish, naive thing to do. Abigail's unshakable faith shrouded Salem in a veil of light. It was this very thing that completely obviated guilt, and with it, any distinction between good and evil. Thus were these sinners stuck in purgatory, neither punished nor forgiven for their foul deeds. Enough to give even the Witchfinder General a chance for salvation. Enough for him to see healing in a place so dripping with evil that even I cannot stand it. Abigail, you have sinned once again. Yes, it is because you are a sinner that you trust in me. Okay. Cell of Chaldea, Queen of Sheba. If you want her, come and claim her. I shall protect my niece with my life. Now pray, pray, pray. Pray, pray. Punishment, 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 punishment. Ask for punishment. Ask and you shall receive.
The demon god Pillar Ram, he is behind this entire abnormality.
You think? Hey, Chaldea!
Cell. Marcel. Da Vinci, it's so good to hear your voice again. Our comms must be back online. Damn straight. And that's not all, in case you haven't noticed yet. The mist, the bounded field clouds have been covering Salem are rapidly dissipating. I'm looking at the area you're in right now, and we're finally getting data about your battle. And whoa, this reading, I knew it had to be a Demon God pillar. Hang in there, I'm sending reinforcements. Thank you, that would be great. No problem, not that you'll need them, seeing how the US Army is on its way there as we speak.
Yeah. Try this glorious Star-Spangled Banner on for size, you cretins. Wait, I'm not sure that's a good idea. More people could end up hurt. What? Why?
What are you saying, Cell? Don't be ridiculous.
No, my friend has a point. Magical energy is being consumed at an absolutely astonishing rate, not only on the East Coast, but across the entire continent. This consumption is primarily taking place in heavily populated areas. We are receiving more reports with every passing second. This phenomenon seems to have no regard for the old bounded fields in place whatsoever. I don't have the time to choose my words carefully, so at peril of being laughed out of the room. I believe the very underpinnings of Magecraft itself is starting to become fractured.
A heretic?
Not again. That means there are not again. That means there are casualties among ordinary people in this, correct? Then valor on the battlefield is all the more important now.
Is there anything we can do? There are still a number of Chaldea agents and mates cooperating with us that are keeping an eye on Salem's perimeter. I'll ask them for help. No, wait, that won't be nearly enough to make a difference. We'll have to call on all the help alchemists to get agents of the Holy Church Knights. I'll have to put out a maximum alert to letting them know there's a heretic that could pose a threat to us all. Whatever happens is with that I will assume all responsibility on behalf of Chaldea.
That could end up giving them an excuse to dismantle Chaldea as it stands now. But I'm afraid it must be done nonetheless. We have no alternative.
That's why Chaldea exists in the first place. Even if every last record is scrubbed away, Chaldea will still have fulfilled its role. We're the first line of defense, whether we are up against the heretical swords projected from a demon god pillar, or a threat to all of humanity itself. We will be the shield against the legend poised to descend upon us, and against the relics of heresy. The rest of the staff and I will take it from here. Marsh, you focus on staying abreast of the situation, and Cell, I need you to focus on this next decision. Listen up, Cell, we're going to temporarily seal Salem off again. Only this time we're going to do so from the outside, establishing multiple bounded fields. Unfortunately, this means you'll be sealed in there too. If you're unable to resolve this in the limited time you have, then we're going to have to use every means at our disposal to incinerate everything within these bounded fields we're about to erect. Even knowing that, do you still?
Yes. Oh, I can smell its alluring aroma everywhere. The descent is almost upon us. Yigna. Battle 1 of 2. Fighting an assassin and 2 berserkers.
他にやることないの？
This will last for 6 turns. Do I? No, I don't. Bop, 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 bop. We need to take out the assassin now. Well, at least get as close as we can to taking it out. Jesus, why do you gotta crit early on? Like, really? Come the heck on, man. That is so not cool. Alright, the assassin is gone. Now it's just the berserker. That one just increases attack, so, we all know who's going down first, right? Gotta be the one that buffed itself. Okay, Demon God Pillar, first fight. This ought to be fun. So do we have to take it? I'm assuming we only have to go down once with it.
任せなさい
So, technically
やるこ
speaking,
とないのこの辺り
we buff ourselves up like crazy.
何事もやるが
Then, no, not that.
手伝う気にしないで
Then we just go hog wild, right? Pretty much it. Fast Zero, ahead of
全ヘリ
Zebeto.
よくいいでしょ
I believe we only have to do one bar.
うテイクオフスタートプレ
I
イ
like to believe we only have to do one bar.
ソニックシャワーラン展開ブーストメロエビジェ
Oh yeah, look at that damage, baby. This one bar is already almost gone.
どうなの
Gotta love Mecha Ellie-chan, right? Oh, you son of a! You just gave yourself evade.
さらば与えられん
Oh, Jesus. How's about you not do that? Alright? Alright. So do that. Garden of
俺の
Avalon.
話いいとも行くぞ
Might as well just do that, seeing as how we can't really do much else. Seeing as how he has evasion up.
星の宇宙に物々
And I protected Mecha Ellie-chan, so she should be fine.
ガーデンオブアバロン
I'd like to think so at least.
そうだ罠だ
Alright, good.
報いを求めろ報いを求めろ報いを求めろ
And there we go, she still has her attack damage
こういうの
buff.
どうだ
Let's go. But as the air is at
全ヘ粉
Beto.
砕します
And do this just to try to help Merlin get his Noble Phantasm up a little bit, just in case
テイクオフ
we're going all the way with this fight.
ソニックシャワーラン展開ブーストメロエビジェ
Hold of her to gauge it.
許しません
Well, is that the end of this battle?
兵装最大保持外なる断りをもって惑星を最低にする異端創生式
正義の
Mecha Ellie-chan,
を
no!
捧げさらば与えら
Damn
れん
you, Oh no, this blows. How does one do this? Without the will? No, seriously, how the hell am I gonna do this?
他にやることないの
We couldn't buff ourselves. And returning
全て
formation.
僕のあ行くぞ
I guess we do it this way, seeing as how he's still technically an assassin. He cannot be stunned, which sucks.
無駄だ罠だ簡単すぎるんだよ
報いを求めろ報いを求めろ
対三
And
対
here goes Merlin. Asagami Fujino! This is not how I wanted things to
了
go!
解
罠だ計略だ
参りま
God
す
dang it!
報いを求めろ報いを求めろさらば与えられん
悪い
God dang it! Okay. Use ninjutsu on Shiba.
ずつ
This is really getting annoying.
受諾は了解
Kato Donzo, use a brave chain.
はっ
And he no longer has defense down.
少し
There goes Fujino.
さらば与えられん。
Okay, apply Invincible on Shiva. This is severely freaking irritating. It really is.
フェイズ
Quick,
2受諾いたしました
Arts,
赤いもったいないですねぜいそれ
兵装最大保持。外なる断りをもって惑星を再定義する。異端創生式。
Dunzo,
さ
no!
らば与えられ
How
ん。
about we have a Shiba? So that's a one hit. Yeah, but just attack damage taken to 0 for 1. Nullify buff for 1 turn. God dang it. I'm being, my hand is being forced here.
お目が高いそれよいしょ
報いを求め祈りを捧げ祈りを捧げ
Wait, what? Why does she have it still? What the hell, man?
お買い得もったいないですねお目が高い
That is so not cool.
はーいそれ逃しま
Nice
せん
crits, by the way, Shiba.
報いを求めさらば与えられん。
Oh my god, it's that? Really?
やっちゃいま
I am so stupid.
ーすシャラララ
I figured it would go away. No, it's after you buff one time. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose, and it's purely because of my
お買い得も
ignorance.
ったいか到来ですはーい
Three
このカラスの
enigmas.
底に秘された高さは汝を測り見定める戒めとなるスリーエニグマズ逃しませんよ
報いを求め
Yep. Withdraw! Yay! We lost because of my ignorance. All right, I'm sick and tired of seeing this pillar.
気に食わぬ
Even though this is literally my second attempt, I'm trying a different strategy. I bought some more casters. Attack damage increase. We're fighting an assassin, so it should fully work with my melting strategy.
他にやることないの
Doo-doo-doo. Helena, swap with Merlin, please. I'm sick
夢のような
of seeing this freaking Demon God pillar.
何
Hey, you know what I'm gonna
で
do?
きるさ
I'm gonna two-shot the prick. Because that is what Ibaraki does best. Great Takura into Shimon.
か水気はよ
Ibaraki is my glass cannon that always turns out to be the MVP of a lot of fights.
な緑死にの右腕は怪異となった羅生門大連
What was that? 222,000 damage? Oh, would you look at that? He's already broken.
報いを求め祈りを捧げる。
気に食わぬ
Technically, you have debuffs on you, right? Is that debuff on you? No, it's not. I also kind of overestimated something. Oh, hello. That actually worked.
中だな。他にやることないの？
What I was overestimating was how the heck I was gonna get Ibaraki her Noble Phantasm. So it might not necessarily be a two-shot, but we're at least gonna win in this run.
計略だ。うわ。この辺り見た方がいいんじゃない？
水気はよ
Come on, Demon God Ron. You should be better than this. You should be able to pull off better stuff than this. Come on, don't disappoint us now. Sorry, that doesn't work. It's cute how you're trying that though, and then I just did something really freaking stupid there. But what else is new? I'm returning formation.
すべては僕の思うまま。
Going to good end to put on. Wait. Yeah, Ibaraki's gonna most likely go down if I don't do it.
すべては
How about you
な
now?
鬼の姿
ってね。これぞ大軍師の究極陣地。
Defense debuff. This won't do half as much as her nuking did,
死にの右腕は怪
but
異
it
と
should
なっ
still do a decent
た羅
amount.
生門大連
65,000, I'll take it. That's right, bring on the curses. Come on. Ibaraki, you fought valiantly. Good job, my beloved glass cannon. But what is this I see? I see a Helena Blavatsky with a lot of Noble Phantasm. What do you know? Garden of Avalon.
小さな窓が。
そのいいけど
Let's get our little Blavatsky up to get her Noble Phantasm, you see?
星の
And
内
he has 2 defense downs.
話から君に聞かせよう。
So he has no chance of defeating me, right?
ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
He's up against 3 casters. Which should just bring him major disaster. Not to mention I have another... Not to mention I have a ruler and another caster.
お任せ。
Oh, look at that! More damage. Please, please work. Yes! Noble Phantasm damage. Sanata
よ
Kumada.
いいけどいいわ
Oh, what's that? Helena Blavatsky also has a Brave Chain? Come on, Rom.
海にレムリア
Let's go.
タイヤラキそして地にはこのサナトクマラ
It may be an AoE Noble Phantasm, but it also lowers your defense. Now you have 3 defense down.
セラピスの知恵を
Come on. That's right. Finally give yourself evasion.
祈りを捧げる。
Damage up.
中だな。他にやることないの？つまり中だな。
Going
他に
to
やることない
Weaver.
の？
Give Merlin some more HP.
行きなさい。
So do this.
いいとも。
A returning
僕の
formation.
思うま
And
行くぞ。
have Waver
そう。
attack with his 60% chance to hit
究極陣地。
Buster. On him when he has defense down to O. But look at that, he also got stunned. Poor baby Rom. Poor baby Rom. You shouldn't have messed with me and annoyed me.
何？
Now,
こっち
you
の
are no more.
では、
Don't mess with the Master Chaldea, prick. And I didn't use any command spells, but this is probably not the end.
たまには
It's probably
肉
gonna
体
be
労働
either
もし
another
ない
fight
と
with
ね
him or a final fight with Abby and Lavina fused. Probably. Don't mess with me. I'm a woman on the edge.